Hello, veterinary friends. Welcome to Dr. Vet channel. I'm Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. We have seen foot and mouth disease part 1, a very important disease from the field point of view, from the study point of view. Today we will see foot and mouth disease part 2. It is a viral disease of domestic animals, especially cloven-footed animals. In this part, we will see pathogenesis and clinical findings. Dear friends, it is my request here to share this information to as many as possible so that veterinarian can provide a good service to the animals. YouTube service is free, Facebook service is also free. Dr. Patel is also providing free service, and I am preparing the video from many sources and try to give maximum information to you. So it is my humble request to share this information to as many as possible and requested to subscribe this channel to motivate me and to support this channel. Here we see the pathogenesis, how the virus enter in the body, what are the sequential pathological changes, and then how this etiology, the virus produce the symptoms. Foot and mouth disease virus after entry into the body, first they settle in the cells of soft palate and pharynx. They invade basal layer of stratified epithelium of mucous membrane of tongue. FMD virus are epitheliotropic virus. They have more affinity to epithelial cells. They produce primary vesicles. The word primary vesicles means where the virus enters or settles down, they produce initially vesicles. That is primary vesicles. The vesicular fluid contains huge quantity of virus. They are full of virus. The virus penetrate the mucous membrane of the mouth. From there, the virus enters the lymphatics and blood circulation, and they cause viremia. Presence of virus in blood, viremia. And when there is viremia, there is rise of temperature. From the blood, the virus reach to site of predilection. Viruses are epitheliotropic, so site of predilection is mostly the epithelial cells, epithelium of mouth, feet, and udder. Continuation of the pathogenesis. Typical vesicle develop at the site of predilection. Epitheliotropic virus has an affinity to epithelium. These are the secondary vesicles. These vesicles rupture, leaving a painful raw surface. And if there is no complication, there is a healing of this erosion in a few days or a week. In few cases, there is secondary bacterial infection, and this causes again rise of temperature. Bacterial infection causes extensive damage to the tissues. There is severe damage of the feet. There is sloughing of horny covering of the hoof. There may be erosion converted into ulcers. Ulcers are refractory to healing. Maggots are attracted on the wound if proper care is not taken. Then a simple wound is converted into a maggot wound. More complication. In bullocks, due to ulcers in the interdigital space, there is continuous work, and in bullock, there is a development of interdigital fibroma. There is a growth in the interdigital space, that is interdigital fibroma. It is difficult to cure. It requires surgical intervention. The lesions on the udder cause mastitis, because when lesions are there, bacteria will be there. Bacteria enter into the udder, cause mastitis due to secondary bacterial infection. Some of the teeth has a lesion at the teeth opening, so there is inflammation there. There is formation of scab which blocks the teeth opening, and it causes complications. Very important thing is this effect of foot and mouth disease virus in the calf. The foot and mouth disease virus cause degeneration of myocardial cell fibers of the heart muscle. And due to degeneration and necrosis of the very important organ heart, there is mortality in the calf. And due to degenerations of myocardial cell fibers, there are stripes of this degenerated and normal portion. And this striped appearance is just like a stripe of the skin of the tiger. So name is given tiger heart. Thus a foot and mouth disease causes a serious problem on important organ heart. There is cardiac damage, myocarditis, and cause heavy mortality in calf. In adult, the mortality is very less, heart is not affected. But in calf, there is heavy mortality due to damage to the heart. Here we will see important part, clinical findings. Incubation period is 2 days to 8 days. In pig, the incubation period is very short, 1 to 3 days. The very short incubation period, there is fast spread of the disease. If the incubation period is longer, the disease spread very slow. But incubation period is very short, the disease spreads very fast. That is epidemiological observation. Now we'll see clinical finding in different animals, clinical findings in cattle. The severity of infection depends upon the strain of virus. We have seen many strain of virus, many substrain also. And again, the severity of infection depends on the immunity status of the animal. If the animals are immune, the consequences are minor. If the animal is less severe, then consequences will be severe. The local cattle, our indigenous cattle, suffer less, and comparatively, the crossbred and purebred exotic animals, they suffer comparatively more because of this immunity status. The first thing observed is fall in milk production. Then, because of the viremia, as we have seen in the pathogenesis, there is high fever, 104 to 106 degree Fahrenheit. Due to viremia and fever, there is loss of appetite. There is severe depression. Then disease progress ahead because there is vesicle formation in the mouth. There is appearance of a painful stomatitis. And here the reason is anorexia or inappetence. Because of the pain, there is refusal to eat. Initial loss of appetite is due to viremia and fever. Now here, the loss of appetite or refuse to eat is due to painful stomatitis. Continue here the clinical findings in cattle. Then after few days, temperature subsides. There is profuse salivation, again because of pain and irritation in the mouth. The saliva hanging in a long ropey string. This type of salivation is called as drooling salivation. Continuous salivation falling from the mouth in the form of ropey. In some cases, there is frothy salivation. That is because of continuous movement of tongue and the mouth. The vesicle and bullae are about 1 to 2 centimeter in diameter and they appear on the buccal mucosa, dental pad, udder and tongue. These vesicles are very thin, the wall is very thin and contain sometimes a clear fluid or straw colored fluid. Because of the movement of tongue and the mouth structures, the vesicle rupture within 24 hours because they are very thin walled and leaves a raw, red, painful surface. It is bright red color, fiery color. It is painful. This rupture of vesicle causes eroded ulcers and it causes a severe pain. And because of this severe pain, the animal completely anorexic, and it continuously moving the tongue, lips, and mouth. That is called as characteristic smacking of lips, just like this, like this. Because of the pain, there is movement of tongue, movement of lips, and a chewing movement makes a characteristic sound that is called smacking of lips. Then you hear the clinical findings in cattle of a very important disease, foot and mouth disease. Because of the pain in the mouth, the animal chews food very carefully. A clinician can observe this. This after rupture of vesicle, there is formation of erosion. There is healing of erosion within 1 week if there is no complication. If proper care is taken to prevent the complication, there is healing of the lesions within a 1 week or few days. Vesicle appear on feet, particularly in the cleft area, interdigital skin, and on the coronate at the junction of skin and hoof. The lesions on the feet and nasal cavities are contaminated with bacteria and sometimes with maggot attraction. This results into lameness and mucopurulent nasal discharge because of the bacterial infection. In severe bacterial infection of the hoof, the bacteria enter into the coffin joint. It causes separation of the laminae and the hoof, causing a sloughing of hoof, which is very, very painful. This occurs only in few animals, not all. Continuation of clinical findings in cattle. Vesicle may also develop sometime on teeth, and erosion after rupture of the vesicle attracts bacteria. These bacteria enter into the teeth canal and to the muscle mass, alveoli, and ducts, may cause severe mastitis in some of the cases. If the lesions are at the teeth opening because of the edema, inflammation, and formation of scab at the opening, in some cases there is occlusion of teeth opening. It causes a problem. In some cases, there is abortion during the second trimester of the pregnancy, and it is mainly due to the fever. And after that, abortion infertility may occur in the cattle. This abortion is due to fever, not due to virus. Virus do not cross the placental barrier. So abortion is due to fever. The morbidity is very high. Sometimes it may reach up to 100%. But mortality is very less than 2%. Mortality is very, very low in indigenous cattle and buffaloes, and comparatively slightly more in crossbred and exotic cattle. Here the immunity may work. The crossbred and exotic cattle are lack of immunity, while the indigenous cattle has some immunity. As we have already seen in pathogenesis, mortality is very high in young calves up to the 6 month of age. That is due to myocarditis, affection of very important organ. And there are stripes on the heart, necrotic types, normal type, necrotic type, more normal type, just appearance of stripes on the skin of the tiger. So name is given tiger heart. Dear friends, here we will see the sequelae after the disease foot and mouth disease occur. Foot and mouth disease causes certain damage, and these damage are permanent in the cattle. So it is a sequelae of foot and mouth disease. One is the panting, means increased respiration. It is due to endocrine gland damage. It damages many endocrine glands. Lesions are found in pituitary gland, and there is loss of thermoregulation. The cattle loses its thermoregulation capacity. So if there is slightly heat or hot season, the animal starts panting. That is lack of heat tolerance. That is a permanent damage. That is one important sequelae. It occurs in few animals, not all. There is chronic syndrome of dyspnea, irregularity of the respiration, difficulty respiration, increased respiration just like panting, again due to damage to endocrine gland. Foot and mouth disease virus causes damage to endocrine gland and damage to the bone marrow also to some extent. Causes anemia. The animal remain permanently anemic. Another characteristic sequelae is overgrowth of hair. Normally cow hairs are long, 0.5 centimeter. But in this case, because of damage to the endocrine gland, the all hairs of the body or sometime tuft of hair growth on certain part, they grow even more than 1 centimeter, 1 inch to 2 inch. It is called as hypertrichosis. This is also a characteristic sequelae of foot and mouth disease in few animals. Foot and mouth disease virus causes damage in the testis also, and it leads to production of poor quality semen. We have already seen that due to lesions on the udder and on teat, it may invite a bacterial infection. At the same time, because of the stress of viremia, the immunity goes down. The bacteria may enter into the alveoli and tubules of the udder, may lead to mastitis. This is a serious consequences observed. Virus also cause damage to pancreas cells. Very few cases recorded showing the diabetes mellitus. The important change frequently observed is interdigital fibroadenoma in bullocks. In bullocks, the vesicle occur at the interdigital space, vesicle rupture, there is raw surface, ulcers, it attracts the bacterial infection, there is irritation. You know that the bullock is meant for continuous working, so continuous movement of the interdigital skin. Again, there is more irritation. Due to this thing, in bullocks, the lesion of foot and mouth disease creates a problem of interdigital fibroma. There is overgrowth of the skin, if overgrowth of the fibrous tissue, which is clearly visible from a distance, and that occurs in the bullocks. In this complication, the surgical intervention is required. Surgical removal of the fibrotic mass. This is also a serious consequence of foot and mouth disease. Now we see the clinical findings in sheep and goat. The vesicle develop in the interdigital space of the feet. In sheep and goat, the oral lesions are rare or may develop only on the tongue and upper palate. So oral lesions are not the major things. So there may not be any salivation, no salivation. The vesicles on the foot rupture in 2 to 3 days. Development of painful erosions, ulcers, and due to this pain, the pronounced clinical sign is sudden and very acute lameness. Very sensitive, very pain, acute lameness. In very severe case, the upper layer of the hoof is lost. There is separation of lamina and hoof. Further bacterial complication enters into the hoof and they may cause sloughing of the hoof that may attract maggots. Simple wound is converted into bacterial wound, infected wound, then maggots converted into a serious problem, maggot wound. Here we see the clinical findings in pigs. Foot and mouth disease most commonly occurring in cattle and buffalo. Next susceptibility is pigs and rare in sheep and goats. Now we see the symptoms in pigs. There are large vesicles and bullae occur at the snout and on the feet. Vesicles in the mouth are very less prominent. As usual, the vesicle ruptures, leaving a large raw surface, fiery red and painful. The foot lesions are very painful. And in pigs, lameness is the first sign. As in cattle buffalo, there is high mortality in calf. Here, high mortality in piglets observed. In calf, high mortality is due to damage to the heart muscles, myocarditis, degeneration of myocardium. Here, high mortality in piglet is due to severe gastroenteritis. Dear friends, as per my usual request, share this information to other veterinarians and veterinary students. And to flourish this channel, request you to subscribe this channel so that it will motivate me and I will produce more and more quality videos. Thank you very much for observing this video. Next time we will come with foot and mouth disease part 3. Thanks.